Let's deal with the enemy um, projectile collision first. All right. So the way that this works again is that either contact A is going to be the enemy or contact B is going to be the enemy. So the way to get to work this out, we're going to say if contact A dot name is double equal to, and we're going to say this is enemy name. Okay, remember those names we set up earlier? Now, one thing you can do in this particular situation is you can go and take a look at this and what you actually called it. So I said it was the enemy name, and you can literally copy and paste it. So if contact A is equal to enemy name here, we're going to say score is equal to score plus 1. Okay? Then we're going to call contact B, because contact B is the projectile here. We're going to say dot remove from parent. Okay, and we can go contact A as well, remove from parent. So we delete both of them. Let's add in another function here. We'll call this update score, and we'll say score label dot text is equal to score score. So what this is going to do is that this is going to update the score label here. And of course, we have to update the score label. We'll update the score here. So we add one to score, we remove both of these here. Okay. Now I'm going to literally copy this and paste it in here. And there's actually, we could make this an or statement. So for example, what we could do is we could make it or contact B dot name is equal to enemy name. Okay. And the problem with this is that you have to specifically kind of remove these two, and it can work, but just to be on the safe side, I'm just going to change contact A to contact B. And the reason why I'm doing this is because when you get to more complex collisions, you're going to have to do it anyway. So you can now know that here. So essentially, we have contact name is equal to enemy name. And if you really want to, you could say and contact B dot name is equal to, and then we're going to say projectile name. And let's just make sure we get that right. So I'm going to scroll up here, and there we go. And we'll just go ahead and put that in here. And then we'll say and contact A dot name is equal to projectile name. Okay, and there we go. So let's take a look at this, see if this works here. All right, so yeah, look at that. Well, I think that looks pretty awesome. Okay, now there's a couple things we can do to make this a little bit more flashy. Okay, um, we could add in for example, a action here. So we need to do this before we remove. So we'll say, for example, let fade out equal to sk action dot fade out with duration, and we'll make it 1.0. Okay, and then what we'll do is we'll say let destroy is equal to sk action dot remove from parent. Okay, and what we can do is we'll make it pretty quick. We'll make it 0.2 seconds. Then we're going to say contact A dot run action is sk action dot sequence, and we're going to run the sequence of fade out then destroy. And I think it looks pretty cool. And then we'll also, obviously, we can't do this contact A here, and contact B will just remove from parent. Okay, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to copy this and paste it in here, and switch around contact A with contact B, and just remove that here. So let's take a look at that. See how that looks. All right, let's take a couple seconds, and there we go. And you can see that kind of fades out, and that's actually kind of neat. Now, there's a couple of other items that we should add in here. For example, you can see that the the it still kind of moves forward, but that's okay. We could, in theory, move it the other way if we really wanted it to, but I think that looks kind of neat when it just kind of fades out. All right, so this concludes the tutorial.